Hello there, and welcome to another episode of our Facebook series. I'm Dr. Samantha Durland. I'm board certified in obstetrics and gynecology, as well as anti-aging and regenerative medicine, that's a mouthful, and fellowship trained in metabolic and nutritional medicine. We hope you're having a great day, and today we're going to talk about hormonal wellness. Before we get to the subject that I'm going to talk about today, first we're going to talk about a couple of different supplements. Supplements related to the topic of discussion. So the first one I'm going to talk about is some CDG ester DIM, and particularly just DIM. So DIM is an herbal supplement that helps pull inflammatory estrogens out of the body. And like we talk about all the time, nobody needs extra inflammation in their body. And so DIM is also found in broccoli and Brussels sprouts. So you can either take a supplement or you can eat more broccoli and Brussels sprouts. So just wanted you to know about that. The other thing is that some patients may be more sensitive to hormones. They may also still have hot flashes, or some people are trying to wean off of hormones for whatever reason they prefer, and they're looking for an alternative. So that is where this Femme Gard balance comes in, because it's kind of like Tylenol, cold and sinus for estrogen, meaning it's pretty much every herbal supplement that is used for non-hormonal stimulation to help prevent symptoms of menopause for people. And the contents of this include things like folate, vitamin B12, calcium D-glucarate, chrysin, chaste tea extract, green tea extract, DIM. It also has black cohosh, broccoli seed extract, and resveratrol. So what it does is it definitely can help people reduce the incidence of hot flash without giving them estrogen. So maybe the patient has factor V Leiden mutation or some sort of prothrombotic mutation, or or some other history that they couldn't take systemic hormone therapy. Maybe they've tried some conventional medical products like Neurontin or Effexor, and those haven't worked well. So this is yet another alternative. I always like to tell folks too that we are not only herbal, we are not only medical, we're kind of in the middle. And we definitely like to tailor the treatment program to you as the individual, because that's what really matters. We want you to feel your best sense of self. To feel your best, I quantify that as we sleep, we wake up and feel rested, we have energy at the end of the day, and we feel connected to ourselves. It's just a basic function that we all as human beings want to feel in the day. So let's get to our next subject, which is hormone therapy. So hormones are the way that your brain talks to your body. The only real part of our body that can think for itself really is your brain. And so your brain is taking in all the sensory stimuli of the day, every piece of feedback it's getting back from your senses of your body, making split decisions and getting you to act in a certain way. I also think about all of our hormones as circles. So your brain produces a hormone that tells the end organ to work, and depending on how the end organ works, it feeds back to the brain. So follicle stimulating hormone for women, for example, is your brain telling your ovaries to work. Follicle stimulating hormone for men is your brain telling your testicles to work. And then depending on if your testicles or ovaries do or don't work, they feed back to your brain, and then your brain takes that message and either tells them to work harder if they're not working, or kind of backs off if they're working well. So looking at that value kind of helps you know what your brain's up to. And so even though we are men and women, we are both human. And so all humans, hormones are important. So my primary background to start out with is an OBGYN, but gosh love it, we're all human beings and the same principles apply to us all. So while I've been taking care of women for the first half of my life, I've really incorporated men into the practice as well, because it literally takes a village and we all want the same thing, which is to feel good in our own bodies. And the principles are the same whether you're a male or a female. So hormone wellness, like how does it make a difference for us? Well, hormones, especially sex hormones, are a way that your body uses these hormones to help de-stress itself. It's more than just hot flashes. It's also energy, libido, sleep, drive, and recovery. And those are very important things. If you're having hot flashes all night long, you don't sleep. If you're having hot flashes all day long, you feel like you're sweating all the time, changing your clothes, and it can make people very self-conscious and not only uncomfortable. Now, if we're not sleeping simply because we're not sleeping either, that really minimizes our ability to recover and repair during the day, which is very burdensome for people. And if we're moving and we can't recover, or we don't have that drive to connect with our significant others, that can also promote the sensation of disconnect between a person and their partner. And so I feel like hormone therapy has gotten a bad rap over the past. And so let's kind of start with the Women's Health Initiative study. And specifically talking for women. So the Women's Health Initiative study was funded by Wyeth. And Wyeth is a drug company that makes Prempro. So it was only about that study. And I've been doing this long enough that I've been kind of along the pendulum, up and down, of people being on hormone therapy, don't be on hormone therapy, be on hormone therapy, don't be on hormone therapy. So as an individual, it gets very confusing. It also gets equally confusing as a professional, because you want to do what's right for the patient, what's scientifically based, and help people be their best and not hurt them. Now, what happened after the Women's Health Initiative study is they used that one study on that one product and applied it to all individuals. And at the end of their study, what did it actually say? There were 3 arms of the study. People who took nothing, people who took the Premarin, which is multiple horse urine estrogens, and medroxyprogesterone, which is a man-made progestin. That means somebody mixed it up and then gives it to our body, but our body's like, I know kind of what to do with it, but not what to do with all of it. So it's very different than giving your body the same chemical structure than it's used to producing. And certainly Prempro has no testosterone in it, but testosterone is a hormone that a woman's body produces. So a male's body produces testosterone, and it also does produce a little bit of progesterone and estrogen as well, but the ratios are much different in men than in females, but the principle is the same. So what happens is that we applied this philosophy of this man-made product made from another animal to the human body and their results, and they found that people who took nothing, they had people who took just the Premarin, and people took the Premarin and the medroxyprogesterone. Only in the Premarin and medroxyprogesterone arm did they find increased risk of breast cancer and a shortened life. So therefore they shortened the study early, and their conclusion was that women should be on hormone replacement therapy of the shortest duration possible at the lowest effective dose. Now, there's also another recent study that came out about testosterone supplementation for women, showing that for women who are on testosterone supplementation, it actually improved their quality of life, their sexual health, and did not hurt them in any way. So there's more and more data coming out, and we're continually starting to understand this, that really maybe that one study wasn't the best study to apply towards all hormonal formulations. Also, I feel that testosterone supplementation for men is not very well taught in medical school at all, even in residency and even with endocrinologists. And as practitioners, I fear what I don't know. And if I fear things, then my way that I talk about things with patients is very different than if I feel confident and knowledgeable. If I feel confident and knowledgeable as a healthcare provider, I feel peaceful. And I would bestow that emotion onto the patient so they felt comfortable as well. But if I don't understand it, then I don't even understand a lot of the results or what I'm looking for in people, and that can lead to confusion. And confusion, again, leads to fear. So we've been doing this for several years now, and what I see is that when you put hormones back into the body feels less stress. And with less stress, we move more, we make better food decisions, we connect more with that world around us, and we sleep better, which just improves this quality of life. As our hormones go down, for a lot of people, it's the first time that they felt somewhat disconnected from their body, and it feels very scary. But don't be scared. And people have felt the same feeling for so many other reasons, actually. And honestly, we can all feel that feeling, because the feeling of, I can't remember and concentrate, I'm irritable, my sleep is off, I don't feel like myself, is a sense that every human body can help the person within feel, not because it hates you, but because it's trying to slow you down, because it's just lacking energy. And if we think about it in that context, actually, we become much less fearful of all these different symptoms. And we can see actually that our body's talking to us and telling us to kind of seek something out for it to help it feel better, not actually trying to slow us down because life is over. The other thing to know is that just because our hormone levels go down doesn't mean that we're not still here for a reason, and doesn't mean that we still can't have a great life. It's a choice what to do with that feeling. We can either slow down and be that way, but never accept that that's your new sense of self. Who you are inside is always the same person. But if your body's deficient on energy from hormonal lack or any other reason, it's really hard to reach out and to connect to the world around you, and it feels very isolating and scary. And hormone deprivation is just one reason that we can feel this way. But if you seek out an answer and you help your body, it can recover and you totally can reconnect to the world around you. So that is what I'd like to say about hormones today. When your hormones change, your energy changes. And when your energy changes, it gets hard to connect to the world around you. How you deal with that is up to you. And there's multiple different therapies that you can pursue. And I'm not saying one is better or worse than the other. Just find one that works for you. Understand and be educated about the principles, and then go on. And so we're also introducing a hormone program here to make life a little easier because, gosh, love it again, life is hard. This world takes a lot of energy to live in. Anything we can do to give energy back to our patients is just something that we're very motivated to do because that makes life easier and helps people feel better as well. So within our hormone program, you could come in and be evaluated. We look not only at your hormones, but we look at your complete picture of your body. Because if I think of your body just one-dimensionally in the eyes of just one or a couple of hormones, I can miss a lot of other areas of your body that we could help out as well. And certainly we're into full body wellness here as much as possible because I've never heard anyone say they feel too good, and we want everyone to feel the best that they can. So know that we're here for you with our hormone program, and you certainly can look on our website or tap in to get more data. Hope you have a great day, and thank you for joining us.